All right, everybody. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. So I had a question that I wanted to answer because in a Facebook group, I posted a screenshot of a winning trade from one of our members from our Discord community. It's one of the added bonuses that you get when you join us. And he had a question about, man, that stop loss looks big. So I wanted to kind of lengthen a little bit of the recording. This won't be a long video, but a little bit of texture inside of how do you place your stop loss when you're using the impulse scanner for the scalping. Okay, so as you can see, I have an AUD chef up here, and for the purpose of this experiment, I'm going to assume obviously all the time frames are aligned, the macros here. I'm going to just assume for this experiment that these four red, because this is step 3, have the red arrows, and I want to get in on the first blue one. Okay, so I'm going to explain how the stop loss works, because the general strategy is obviously the width of the Bollinger Bands. Okay, so here is the first blue one, and again, we're assuming this is correct, and for the purpose of this video, we're just going to assume these four red candles against trend have a red arrow on top, and we're going to enter in on the first blue one. All right, so for this one, how you decide on the stop loss is it's generally, as I've said in multiple recordings, the width of the Bollinger Band. Okay, and I'm going to attempt to do that. Anybody who knows me, I'm bad. Okay, I'm bad. Well, let's see. All right, I'm off a little bit. I'm almost at the next candle. All right, but that's okay. All right. Okay. So then you place it at the end, and the stop loss would be down here outside of the Bollinger Bands. All right. Now for this one, this would be okay. All right. There's width here, width here. However, for something like here, right, where the Bollinger Bands are tight, here the Bollinger Bands are tight, you would do it double. Okay, and the reason being is that's the strategy. Okay, you have to give yourself a little more room. Now I know that causes trepidation for some folks, but trust me, we've been doing this for a while. We know what we're doing. This strategy works. You have to give yourself a few more pips because of the Bollinger Bands are too tight. So in other words, this, like, let's just say I was getting in on this candle, this is probably too tight. Okay, but in most cases, when the Bollinger Band is this far apart, right, then you can take, the width of the Bollinger Bands here, 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 here. But when you get into here, it's a little bit too tight. Now, as I said, we have additional training, right? The beauty about the impulse scalper strategy and the training, it's less than 2 hours, okay? And this is why we have you practice on demo, okay? Because the 4 steps are perfect, but obviously you want to make sure that you're placing your stop loss correct. All right, you can have a very high win percentage using this trade, right? But if you place the stop loss too tight, it's not quite enough room. Now, personally, right, I don't think I've taken too many trades with this, with the Bollinger Bands this tight. Okay, and so even if I did, I would probably give it a little bit more room. All right, again, you have to let a trade breathe. Now, somebody said, I think it was in the group, said, that makes me nervous. Okay, well, first of all, you don't want to be nervous, okay? Because you have to have the right mindset for trading, all right? You have to have the right mindset for the strategy, all right? So that's it. I mean, that's there's no other special secret sauce here. So if the Bollinger Band is this wide apart, it's one end of the Bollinger Band to the other. If it's a little tighter here, and again, assuming all 4 steps are correct, then you have to double that. It's just too tight, okay? And you don't want to get stopped out, and then it makes its move, all right? And people say, oh, well, wait a minute, I'm risking too much on one. Remember, this is a scalping strategy. If you're doing the rest of the steps correct, then you will have a high winning percentage. You have to ask yourself, do you think you can do this the 4 steps? So I'm going to show you a winning trade that was posted in our chat. And full disclosure, he obviously won this trade, okay? And obviously it's still taking off at the time that he printed this. This is EuroCAD. So I haven't looked at EuroCAD. Let me go real quick here to see what EuroCAD's doing right now. and, kind of burst a little bit, pulled back, etc. So now, full disclosure, right? He got away with this. All right. So here's your macro, and I'm assuming all time frames are aligned. And he was facing, 4 red candles. Now, I haven't asked him personally, all right, but because he has this here, all right, I'm thinking that he either took the trade here. Oh, no, actually, I think I saw in the Discord, excuse me, forgive me, that he got in a couple pips late. Okay, it's my fault. Yeah, I remember now. He said he got in a couple pips late, all right, and he got away with it, okay? But again, I would advise to follow the steps correctly. So he did get in a couple pips late, okay? And I am thinking that it's these 4 red that he got in. But see, this is a blue one, guys. And again, I've said this multiple times. Don't be greedy just to take a trade. Okay. All right. 4 red arrows, but that candlestick is blue. And it's, it's a small one. Okay. So the entry probably he got in here, and he got in a couple pips late. So he got in up here, and it definitely, retested again, right? In fact, quite honestly, if he saw this, here's the second move right here, right? Because here is a bunch of red, even though there's another little blue one in there. This would have been a better entry to get in. And of course, boom. And we talked about it in the past. If you could set your take profit and you're out. That's a nice move. Or you can play the longer game, move your stop loss here. You handle the retest. Remember, I've said this on multiple videos. The markets will retest, right? Retest, little retest, and then another move. Okay? So I just want to do that quick video. All right. Let's remember this for members of the team that are on the team, that you want to make sure you're looking at your Bollinger Bands to see how wide they are. And again, what we have you do is we have you test on demo and practice. Okay? You practice that, and you'll get a feel. You'll get a feel for the pairs, right? You'll get a feel for how the market moves. For smart money interested folks, you'll learn some things from smart money in this impulse scanner. But obviously, the stop loss, would just be the width of the Bollinger Band. In fact, this entire thing, if there was an entry here, right, let's just say these were, 4 red candles, and you got in here, width of the Bollinger Band, width of the Bollinger Band, width of the Bollinger Band, width of the Bollinger Band. Here, you probably have to do double, right? And let's just say this was another entry, 4 red, even though it's not, because it doesn't have the 4 red candlesticks. You got in here. You would get away with the width of this Bollinger Band, right? Because the Bollinger Band would be here. Okay? Oh, I thought I was getting good at moving this. Look at that. I thought I was going to get good at moving it, guys. There it is. Okay? And you would have survived, right? Your stop loss has got to be outside and again, it's not strictly Bollinger Bands. Okay, I think I had somebody ask, I'm practicing this on TradingView. Do you have the exact formula for, the Bollinger Bands and the impulse scanner? Don't try to duplicate it, okay? Right? We do not know the secret sauce, okay? We do not know the secret sauce. But as you can see, if this was an entry, you're fine, okay? So, but we recommend double it when they're this tight, okay? That's it for today. Any questions? Let me know. Have a great day, everybody.